Hey everybody, this is Jonathan Baker. I'm making a couple of videos to show you how you could set up your Google Classroom if you want to. The first video is just going to be kind of the basics about how to log into your new Gmail and then making student accounts and also how to invite students and that kind of thing. So maybe we'll do another couple of videos that will show you how to use the features. But the first thing you need to do is just go to gmail.com and you click that, and it'll bring you to the Gmail page just like you see. So what you do is you type in the username and password that I put in the email, but for security reasons I'm not going to say it on the video. So basically you can just go ahead and put in that username and password, and it's going to be for sure at jcpsnj.org. So you click next. This is for the teacher account, and you always want to click out stay signed in because sometimes you'll switch accounts or other things will happen. You don't want that just signed in. And you put your password. For you, again, it's in the email, and you want to go ahead and do that, and then you log in. Now when you do that, it brings you to your email, but you can get to Classroom by clicking the app grid up here. Some people call it the Rubik's Cube, and then going down to where it says Classroom. Classroom pops up like that. The other thing you can do if you're actually already signed up for the Classroom is you can go to classroom.google.com here, and it'll take you to it as well. But either way, it brings you to this main screen where you have a bunch of the classes that you're either in or that you've set up. And if you're just starting, what you want to do is click on this plus sign right here. So let's click on that plus sign. We have two options: join class and create class. And we'll create a class. We'll just call this demo. You can call it your homeroom number or whichever section you have or subject, and go from there. So you click create, it starts to create it. Okay, so here's the demo class. Now you can also invite a co-teacher if you have one. If you click on, I believe it's about, yeah, down here it says invite teachers. So you can invite your co-teacher. And students are here. This is one way you can invite students. A little bit later we'll talk about the student code that you would tell them, but they need to set up their email first. So just a quick thing to show you, I guess, what it looks like. If you had the students invited in here, you'd click invite, and then you could go through your contacts, and right in here you'd put the name of the student. All the student accounts are already set up, so it's just that the students need to access it, but we'll do that later. Okay, so what I recommend you do at this point is kind of look at your stream, and you can see that you have this welcome sign here and there's nothing. This plus sign over here is really important. What this plus sign does is it populates a bunch of different options. And you can create an announcement, create an assignment, create a question, and reuse a post that you've done. So what you want to do is you want to just say, let's start with creating a question. So let's say the question is, that's right, you can post this to all the students, or you could pick some. Obviously you want to post it to your class. You say the question is, what is the capital of the United States? And you can set a due date. Usually you want it to be the same day because it's something you might do in class. So let's say it's today. You can set a time. Time is set for 11:59. This is really good for kids that are absent. That way you can say check the classroom stream and see what we did. And if you want it to add a file to it, or if you wanted to add something from your drive, you could do it there. YouTube video, or just a link. Let's say you have a picture that you want to jog their memory or help them with that sort of thing. Now over here you can just click ask, and it will put it on the classroom stream in real time in the class. And then you have the students can reply to each other, which is really good for collaborating or just commenting or giving each other feedback. And over here, this is nice for all the different things you can put up, a question or assignment or whatever. You have ask, you have schedule, or save draft. So if you hit schedule, what it does is it gives you a date and time that it will drop for the students to see. So that's kind of nice if you're working the day before and you want something to drop for class the next day, but you don't want it to come out right away. So with the create assignment feature, what's really nice is you can go ahead and name it for them. And I recommend you use some numbers, because as you start doing file drops and different assignments for the students, it might be hard for them to keep track of it, hard for us to keep track of it. So if you have a number, it's easy to say, you know, it's the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 assignment. So let's say it's a social studies assignment. Let's say you're doing the American Revolution, so you could have number 1, the shot heard around the world in EQ. Okay, so down here you can attach a file if you have that from like a Word file, or you could go to your Drive and get something there. YouTube video for them to look at, or you could even do a link. But let's say we do something from the Drive. Now in your Drive you're going to start to get a lot of stuff, so the numbers are really helpful to find it. So if you click that kind of thing, still have the due date thing like you have for the question. And this is a great feature because it will put it onto their calendar that they can see. It'll be like over here eventually, it'll say when things are due and like that. So let's just say you want to give them a week to do it. So you have the 18th, and you're even going to be nice and give them till midnight. All right, now over here, this is really cool. Students can view the file. Do this if you want it to be a set of directions or something that they're not going to change. But you have the option to click this. I wouldn't recommend letting them edit it. Students can edit file because they can change the directions or change the same file that everybody looks at. But if you go down here where it says make a copy for each student, this is great because it will put a copy in their Drive. And then they have that copy, you can see it and they can see it. And if we do another video, I'll show you how to do that. Now down here the same thing. If the students get the Classroom app and you click assign, they will have a notification right when it drops. So if you're working late at night or something, they can get a little upset. So I usually will click schedule or save draft if I'm not ready to drop it. So schedule pops up. It usually gives you the next day just in case. 8 a.m. it'll drop, and then it's visible to the students. All right, so we'll kind of leave it there. There are some other features that are really great to talk about, but I want to get some feedback from you. So if you have any questions or comments to bring up, you can come and see me or email me, and we'll go through it. So thanks for watching.